Hey, hello everyone, Bruno here, and we have amazing news this week. We have Anthropic models in Azure, in Windows, in Microsoft Foundry. We changed the name and I'm getting there. I tried to make some tests and the Microsoft extension for AI are not ready yet, probably updating. Maybe when you saw the video, we already have the official announcements how you can use it, but when we can intercept and work with the pipeline of HTTP requests, we can do some tests there. So I am going to show you one way to do this. Check the code in the resources of the video, check everything there. Remember, this is just a test. You can use this to learn more about how this works. It's not official, but this is a super cool way to try and use Claude models in Azure. So hey, let's go to the code. This is the part that I like. Okay, so this is Microsoft Foundry. I'm in the preview portal and I have a set of models here and you can see because I am there, but this is the latest Claude model that I deployed, Claude Haiku 4.5. It's super cool. I have here the chat, I can use it. Of course, I have an endpoint and my key. And when I start to see the samples code that I have here, we have the Python one. But if we switch to C#, we don't have the C#, but what we have is the chance to use this using a REST API. So we know here with the URL, we know the content, authorization, how to do the authorization, the specific content that we need to pass here, max completion and more. And by the way, this is very, very different to the one that we are using to OpenAI. So I'm going to update some of the C# code to support this. And this is the base code that I'm going to use to adapt this to Claude. So this is one of the samples that we have in the Generative AI for Beginners in .NET. And this one creates a sample using a Foundry model. This is a GPT-5, I think I have it here. And we create an Azure OpenAI client, and we have a list of messages, and we have a loop here when we do user questions and answers. The same approach, this is the one that I'm going to use for Claude, but we are going to have something different here. Because Claude uses a very specific endpoint here, I am going to have both here. So I can run this application using GPT's model or Claude. And then the main idea is that even if in the bottom, we see that we create an Azure OpenAI client with an endpoint, credential, and more, and then we have the full loop, the important part is here, where I am going to create a custom message handler, an HTTP message handler, that is going to perform the magic here. Then I am going to create a transport, a pipeline, I'm going to do the client options, and when I create the options here, the Azure OpenAI client, I am going to pass these options. So long story short, what we are going to have is a model that, depending if we are using a Claude, an Anthropic model, or another type of model, is going to basically work a little with the URL, that we are working with the endpoint and also with the full format. So let's give it a try. Let's run the application. It's going to open somewhere here. There it is. And if I ask, who are you? We are working with Claude right now, and this is going to basically say, hey, I'm Claude, an assistant made by Anthropic. I'm here to help you with a wide variety of tasks. This is kind of nice. And if we change this in example, let's change this to use GPT-5 Mini. The same application will now work with GPT-5 Mini, and this time the response is going to come from a language model created by OpenAI. So it's the same process working with both. Let's go deep and see how the custom handler performed the magic here to make it work. Okay, and now let's take a look how this magic happened. So remember, this is all work in progress, and we are going to have official support for this. In the meantime, one way to do this, the one that I choose, is I create a delegating handler, which is going to be part of the process pipeline of the HTTP request. And when we have a request, we are going to make some changes there. Before doing everything else, I have a couple of constants here with the name of the models, the version of the models, and more. This is going to change. The same with a couple of URL deployments / the model name. This is how it's working today. Not sure if it's going to be like this in the final, but the way that it works is every time that the HTTP client performs a send async, I am going to first validate if the address that we are working includes one of the Claude elements there. If we have there, we are going to validate, yes, it's a Claude request, so we need to perform and do more. So at this moment, what we are going to do, yes, it's a Claude request, so we are going to transform the request to be Anthropic format compliant or whatever, I don't know. And then we are going to also do the same with the response. But the way that we do this has a couple of steps. First of all, because the structure is different. I base here everything in the documentation that we have. So if I read the body and then convert the message to JSON, I have here what we need to do. If I process the message for each one of the messages, you have everything here. And by the way, this is all related, and I have all of the specific links where the official documentation have. And when I have the request and I am transform the request, I am going to perform the send async. And after this, I am going to transform the response to OpenAI. So this is basically an ABC of what we have. Important part here is like an example when we transform the message to cloud format or when we build the request body, we need to be very, very careful with the current status. This is kind of not hard-coded, but this is all going to the official documentation that is here when we add the headers in example, because to authenticate using OpenAI in Azure, we do this AKA. I can't remember the name of the headers that we need to do, but for clouds are different, so we need to add the other one. So there are differences here and there. I will try to keep this updated. It's working today, but maybe if we change tomorrow something else, it needs to update that. That said, right now, what we do is we have a request, we change the request to be Anthropic in Azure compliant, make everything, get the response, convert the response back to OpenAI so it works with Microsoft Extension for AI, and hey, we are ready to rock. And as you've seen, it's working right now, and we have a super cool demo working with Microsoft Extension for AI and Claude Models in Azure. And that's it. Super easy. Literally one class. You have some variables there that you need to put with your API key and the endpoint from your model in Azure. And it's working great, and you can do everything. I will do some more tests and I will expand this with agents and other things. But if you want to give it a try, just go for the Gen AI for Beginners repo. You have the console application there. Start there, give me feedback, let us know what else you want to do, what else you want to see. And hey, as I said, I'm super happy that we finally have Anthropic models in Azure. This is going to open for developers, people who create AI application, a lot of opportunity. So thanks for here. Remember, subscribe, like, and more. See you next one. Let me know what else you want to see here. And let's try and work more with Anthropic model in Azure. Goodbye.